This is a geometry inquiry of a 5E lesson titled Box It Up. We were asked to recreate a textbook problem. Our textbook question was, items are put in packages or containers of many different sizes and shapes. The best package or container often depends on the items that need to be placed inside. Find out how packages are made and how companies decide which packages to use. Find data about measurements, shapes, and materials used. Be sure to gather information about packages for items that are sold by weight and those sold by volume. Choose a product of your own that you would like to sell. Design a package for your product. Be sure to include all the necessary information in your design, including the dimensions of the package. Write a report summarizing your research and describing your package design. Share your report with your class. Well, students could care less. This is not engaging for any students. The details are limited, and there is the exact same problem found earlier in the chapter, only with different numbers. Therefore, students could just substitute the numbers and not learn anything. So we decided to make a few changes. The textbook problem involved no collaboration. Our lesson allows students to incorporate with one another, and each student will hold a role inside their group. In the textbook problem, students were not given any expectations. Students will be given a rubric with clear expectations that are labeled. Students will expand their knowledge by looking at various shaped packages rather than just squares or rectangular prisms, and students will see real-world applications. So now let's look at a video.
This is how the majority of boxes at UPS are loaded. Anything smaller than 10 pounds or about the size of a shoebox will be loaded into these bags here and placed up on top. Try to build our walls using these T's, and it makes the wall sturdier. By using columns or anything, it'll make the wall more chances of it falling over on you. And boxes that are irregular shape like these, we just kind of put down on the bottom, put on the sides, because it's a lot easier to make the wall.
Okay, well that video was actually of a gentleman working at UPS, and he loads packages for them, and that is actually going to be the engagement portion of our lesson. We'll show students this video to introduce the idea. Then students will be asked to work in small groups to develop a packaging method for a specific product using rectangular prisms. Students will then share their ideas with their classmates and provide the details. Students will then discuss other ideas and other packaging methods besides rectangular prisms as a class whole, and students will be evaluated throughout the entire lesson. This lesson is modified. This is the same exact question that was asked in the textbook question, but it's just modified so that students are actually enjoying themselves and actually learning more than just simply having to find a textbook problem and just work it out and then not retaining any amount of that knowledge. So hopefully this lesson will allow students to retain that knowledge